ask, what is the difference between a visa and a super visa? Is a super visa superior to a visa, and if so, in what way? In fact, a super visa is not superior to a visa as they both have the same purpose. A visitor visa is intended for any individual of any age to enter Canada temporarily. On the other hand, a super visa is intended for visitors in Canada with an eligible parent or grandparent that can visit family in Canada for up to 2 years without the need to renew their status. This gives the family of citizens or permanent residents of Canada the opportunity to visit Canada and explore what Canada has to offer. In this video, I will explain what a super visa is, who is eligible for a super visa, how to obtain a super visa, and much more. A super visa is intended to be a multiple entry visa that allows applicants multiple entries for a period of up to 10 years. This is extremely beneficial for any family members who wish to stay with their family for more than just a couple of years. The key difference compared to a visitor visa is that the super visa allows individuals entry for up to 2 years on the initial entry to Canada, while a 10-year multiple entry visa would only have a status period for each entry of up to 6 months only. In order to be eligible for a super visa, you must be a parent or grandparent of a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. Keep in mind, you cannot include your dependent children in this application. However, you may include your common law partner or your spouse within this application. In order to obtain a super visa, you must apply and provide a letter of invitation from your child or grandchild within Canada. Include your host child or host grandchild's family composition, such as dependents including spouse, children, or other relatives who are financially dependent of that child or grandchild. One of the following documents to prove that your child or grandchild meets the low income cutoff minimum, such as the most recent copy of a notice of assessment, the most recent copy of a T4 or T1, original employment letter stating their job title, description, and their salary, employment insurance pay stubs, if self-employed, a letter from an accountant confirming their annual income, proof of other sources of income such as pension statements and investments, evidence of the parent or grandparent relationship to the Canadian citizen or permanent resident that they wish to visit, such as a birth certificate, baptismal certificate, or other official documents naming you as a parent or grandparent, proof that you have private medical insurance, valid for a minimum period of 1 year, from a Canadian insurance company that covers healthcare, hospitalization, and repatriation, provides a minimum coverage of $100,000 Canadian, and is valid for each entry into Canada and be available for review by an immigration officer at any port of entry. Along with these specific requirements, you may also be required to have your biometric fingerprints and photo taken in person at a biometrics collection service office. Additionally, you will be requested to undergo a medical exam. Ultimately, the decision-making process for a super visa is ultimately in the hands of the immigration officer. These immigration officers consider a multitude of factors before they decide whether or not you are allowed to enter into Canada. To ensure that you are in fact visiting, they must ensure that you will leave at the end of your period of stay. An officer will specifically look at these factors when you apply: your ties to your home country, the purpose of your visit, your family and finances, the overall economic and political stability of your home country, and an invitation from a Canadian host. It is essential that you have either a child or grandchild that is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident of Canada prior to applying for a super visa application. Here at Akrami & Associates, we have dealt with many different immigration matters, and we have helped many of our clients obtain a super visa in order to enter Canada. If you believe that you would be eligible, please feel free to contact us. With Akrami & Associates, there's always a way.